54 pounds. Out of Kansas City, Missouri, would you please welcome Craig Cummings. Craig Cummings.
Scholarship to college based on his performance in the Golden Gloves?
Well, yes, he was voted the outstanding Golden Glover in Kansas City. He got a 4-year scholarship to college. So there was one case where boxing has done a young man some good.
He went to Missouri Western State College in St. Joe, Missouri, one of your stomping grounds.
Well, yes, myself and the Pony Express, we both started there.
Here's a good look at Craig Cummings in the black trunks. Coming in with a record of 11-1. And his opponent, Kevin Grantham, in the blue trunks with the white trim. Cummings 154, Grantham 155 3/4. Cummings lands a solid left. Cummings is 24 years of age, Grantham is 29.
And Grantham told us in the first fight that Cummings started out very, very fast. He said, but he caught up with Cummings in the 3rd round of the fight.
Even busted his nose up.
But Cummings said he wasn't in condition for that fight. He took it on short notice. And yes, he did get tired in the last round. He said, but he's going to surprise Grantham tonight. And I like that nickname of Grantham's. It was Granite.
You can almost see it on his chin.
You know, they named the hotel after him up in upstate New York.
Come on, Gil, you're reaching now.
Well, that's life.
Thus far, it's been a solid round for Craig Cummings, who has that face a little bit red already. He really snaps that jab.
Both fighters look like they're in excellent condition. And you can see Grantham's face is really starting to redden from that snappy left jab of Cummings.
Grantham was the more impressive of the amateur fighters, once ranked number 6 nationally at 156 pounds. Cummings as an amateur was 120-12, 4-time Kansas City Golden Gloves champion, and also a Silver Gloves national champ. Coming up on 1 minute in this first round. Cummings chopping to the body.
I like the way he hooked off that left jab. Nice move by Cummings.
Grantham tried to bull him into the ropes, but he counters.
Grantham going to have to try to make a slugfest out of this because Cummings is much too fast for him and a much more polished boxer.
A big punch by Cummings. That double jab has been effective.
Lateral movement. He's boxing like a fighter that's had over 100 amateur fights.
Grantham trying to counter throughout this first round. And when you're dealing with a jab as good as Cummings, that's what you're going to end up doing.
That's why Cummings doubles the jab so he doesn't get countered.
Final seconds of round 1. This one's scheduled for a good opening round for Craig Cummings.
And Grantham gets those punches off and good balance.
And there's really something behind those jabs, Gil. They're not just little pesky in-your-face jabs.
You know, I've seen Cummings much earlier in his career, and he's a much improved fighter, Bruce. I like Cummings' footwork. He keeps that left foot forward, the right foot back. He doesn't cross his feet. He's always on balance.
Again, the face of Grantham a bit red and a bit puffy. Minute to go, second round.
Cummings down.
Out of the second round, and thus far a terrific boxing exhibition by Craig Cummings. Boxing exhibition by Craig Cummings.
Solid body punching
by Cummings.
Easier said than done. You look at that foot movement, lateral movement by Craig Cummings.
Cummings started boxing at age 5. He was only 43 pounds, and there was a law in Kansas City which said that you had to be 45 pounds to fight, so he had to put a pair of shoes on and make the... Cummings landing solidly.
And I think Grantham, because of the speed and the accuracy of Craig Cummings' left hand, very, very fast left jab. And you have to notice those subtle little feints with the head and shoulders before he throws the punches. That's what Grantham has to let his hands go a lot more than he's done up to this point.
Cummings said before the much in this bout. There's a crisp jab with some power on it. Going to a close. Got a state license, and he's owned the real estate in the ring this evening. Oh, good combination by Cummings.
The guy so much different advice during that 1 minute that the guy can't do anything. Good combination again by Craig Cummings.
And it was the straight right and then the left hook that time. The right with the lead. A football wide receiver, a basketball starting point guard, and a state relay man in track.
Okay, no.
Let's take a look. There's that right hand and followed by that good stiff left hook. And another nice combination by Cummings.
Looking good.
Been working as a supervisor of tellers for 4 years with the American Bank. He just got his real estate license so that he can kind of work on his own a little bit more and get more serious about boxing, because you can't do it in the 9-to-5 job, Gil.
Well, you know, he said that the boxing got him that college education, and he said that he admires guys that they get their college degrees. Boxing is hard work, but getting those marks is even harder. And he said that's what he's really aiming at in life, become a successful businessman.
A very mature, philosophical young man. Bones Adams, stay with us on